In this lesson, we're going to learn about supply curves, and what causes supply to increase or decrease in a market. This is the syllabus we're going to cover in today's lesson. What is supply? Supply refers to the willingness and ability of producers to sell a product. Businesses supply goods and services because they want to earn profit. Usually, when the price of a product rises, firms become more willing to supply more because they can earn higher profits. This means supply has a positive relationship with price. For example, if the price of coffee rises, coffee shops and coffee farmers may try to supply more coffee to the market because they can make more money. As you can see, the supply curve slopes upward from left to right because there is a positive relationship between price and quantity supplied. When the price increases from P1 to P2, quantity supplied also increases from Q1 to Q2. This happens because firms have a greater incentive to produce and sell more products when prices are higher. For example, imagine a company selling smartphones at a lower price like P1, let's say this is $200, the firm may only supply Q1. So Q1 here, let's imagine 500 units. 500 unit smartphones because profits are smaller. But when price rises to P2, $300, the firm can earn more profit, so it increases production and supplies to 1,000 units as Q2. In contrast, if prices fall, firms will reduce the quantity supplied because producing becomes less profitable. Individual supply refers to the supply of a single producer or business. For example, one bakery producing 500 loaves of bread per day in an example of individual supply. Let's say the price of the bread is $1.5. Market supply is the total supply from all firms in the market added together. Imagine that there are only two bakeries in the market. Bakery A supplies 500 loaves of bread, while Bakery B supplies 700 loaves. To calculate market supply, we add them together. So the market supply will be 1,200 loaves of bread. This means market supply is simply the aggregation or total of all individual supplies in the market. If more firms enter the market or existing firms produce more, market supply will increase. Now let's move on to movements along the supply curve, where we'll learn about extension and contraction in supply. An extension in supply happens when the price of a product increases, causing producers to supply more. This movement happens along the same supply curve because the only thing changing is the product's own price. As you can see on the diagram, price rises from P1 to P2. For example, imagine the price of 1 kilogram of rice increases from $3 to $5. Because producers can now earn more profit, they become more willing to supply rice to the market. At the lower price of $3, firms may supply 1,000 kilograms of rice, which is shown as Q1 on the diagram. However, when the price rises to $5, quantity supplied increases to 1,600 kilograms, shown as Q2. So as price increases from P1 to P2, quantity supplied also increases from Q1 to Q2. This is called an extension in supply because producers are extending the quantity they supply due to higher prices. A contraction in supply happens when the price of a product falls, causing producers to supply less. Again, this movement happens along the same supply curve because only the price of the product itself is changing. On the diagram, price decreases from P1 to P2. For example, imagine the price of 1 liter of milk falls from $3 to $2. Since firms now earn less profit, they reduce the quantity supplied. At the higher price of $3, dairy farmers may supply 2,000 liters of milk, shown as Q1 on the diagram. But when the price falls to $2, quantity supplied decreases to 1,200 liters, shown as Q2. So as price decreases from P1 to P2, quantity supplied also decreases from Q1 to Q2. This is called a contraction in supply because firms reduce the quantity supplied when prices fall. Next, we're going to look at shifts of a supply curve and the factors that cause supply to increase or decrease. An increase in supply happens when producers are willing and able to supply more products at every price level. This causes the supply curve to shift to the right from S1 to S2. Unlike an extension in supply, this change is not caused by the price of a product itself. Instead, it happens because supply conditions improve. For example, production costs may fall, technology may improve, or governments may provide subsidies to firms. As you can see on the diagram, the supply curve shifts upward from S1 to S2. This means that at the same price, producers are now supplying a greater quantity than before. For example, imagine that a rice farmer uses new farming technology that increases productivity. Before the improvement, the farmer may have supplied 1,000 kilograms of rice at a price of $4 per kilogram. After using better technology, the farmer can now supply 1,600 kilograms at the same price. This shows an increase in supply because more is supplied at every price level. A decrease in supply happens when producers are willing and able to supply fewer products at every price level. This causes the supply curve to shift to the left from S1 to S2. Again, this change is not caused by the product's own price. Instead, it happens because supply conditions become worse. For example, production costs may rise, taxes may increase, or bad weather may reduce agricultural output. As shown on the diagram, the supply curve shifts inward from S1 to S2. This means that at the same price level, firms now supply a smaller quantity than before. For example, imagine that dairy farmers face higher fuel and animal feed costs. Previously, farmers may have supplied 2,000 liters of milk at a price of $3 per liter. But after costs increase, they may only be able to supply 1,400 liters at the same price. This is called a decrease in supply because less is supplied at every price level. Now we can look at main factors that cause supply to increase or decrease in different markets. Change in production costs directly affect supply. When production costs fall, firms can produce more goods profitably. So supply increases and the supply curve shifts to the right. However, if costs rise, firms may reduce production because profits decrease, causing supply to shift left. For example, if flour prices fall, bakeries can produce more bread at lower cost, increasing supply. Better technology helps firms produce goods faster and more efficiently. This lowers production costs and increases supply, causing the supply curve to shift to the right. For example, Tesla uses advanced robots in its factories to produce cars more quickly. As production becomes more efficient, more cars can be supplied to the market. Taxes increase production costs for firms, so supply usually decreases and the supply curve shifts left. Subsidies are financial support from the government that reduce production costs and increase supply, shifting the curve to the right. For example, governments may subsidize farmers by helping pay for seeds and fertilizer. This allows farmers to produce more crops at the same price level. Weather conditions are very important for agricultural products. Good weather can increase crop production, causing supply to shift to the right. However, floods, droughts, or storms can damage crops and reduce supply, shifting the curve to the left. For example, severe floods can damage farmlands and reduce the supply of food products. Firms often switch production towards more profitable products. For example, if corn becomes more profitable than wheat, farmers may grow more corn and less wheat, reducing the supply of wheat. Resource prices also affect supply because firms need fuel, electricity, and raw materials for production. If these costs rise, supply decreases and the supply curve shifts to the left. I hope it was helpful. See you in the next video.